Hi everyone, Petrik here. So for today's video, this will be about SFF Spotlight, episode 86. Another episode of SFF Spotlight. And as mentioned in my previous video, there's a slight change in my SFF Spotlight starting from now. And it seems like many people prefer that I spotlight noteworthy release within a single month in a separate video instead. So that's what I'm doing starting from now. But I will be spotlighting one noteworthy release today. But before that, if you are new to SFF Spotlight, this is a series of videos where I talk about new book announcement, new cover reveal, new Kickstarter campaign, and also new special edition, plus TV show, and sometimes anime and manga adaptation as well. But again, as I mentioned, before we start talking about the new book announcement, I want to spotlight one noteworthy release which is related to today's sponsor as well, which is Podium Entertainment. I am here to gladly inform you that Gateway book number 18 in Expeditionary 4 series by Craig Alanson is available to pre-order now. But before this release, Skippy, a belligerent, snarky but ultra-intelligent sentient artificial intelligence who also looks like a beer can, is in danger. I might have or have not Skippy right here with me. And Expeditionary Force, for those of you, is a story about Joe Bishop who finds himself leading men in epic mission across the galaxy in a galactic war to destroy Ruhar, a hamster-like aliens in space. To do this, Joe and his men need Skippy, who might be able to help Joe on his mission and so humans everywhere in their hour of need. Skippy said, help from you is definitely needed, and you can do this by clicking the link in the description down below. But more importantly, if you are a fan of military sci-fi series, well, book number 18 in the Expeditionary 4 series, performed by R.C. Bray, is available to pre-order now. Gateway will be available on the 29th of April and you can listen to it using Audible. And I want to say once again, thank you so much to Podium Entertainment for sponsoring today's video. And yeah, not gonna lie, this is actually a nice bonus for me. So yeah, back to talking about new book announcement. The first one that I want to spotlight, and this is also to spotlight new cover reveal as well. This is for Empire of the Dawn by J. Kristoff. This is the third and the final book in the Empire of the Vampire trilogy, a vampire epic fantasy series. And I have read only the first book. And the cover art for the US, illustrated by Jason Chan, and also for the UK edition, illustrated by Kirby Rosales and designed by Michaela Alcaino. Both of them have been revealed and I love both cover art. But personally speaking, I do like the UK cover art more when it comes to J. Kristoff's books because I love Kirby Rosales. I think he's a great illustrator, and I think the design, the overall design and the overall composition for the Empire of the Vampire trilogy, the UK cover art is absolutely beautiful. As I said, I haven't read Empire of the Dam yet, and I need to get around to reading Empire of the Dam within this year. But before that, I think I will be doing a second read of Empire of the Vampire first, and Empire of the Dawn, the last book in the trilogy, will be published this November. So yeah, this November is really stacked with big release and 2 concluding volumes, Empire of the Dawn and also Shadows Upon Time by Christopher Ruocchio. Plus, there is also The Strength of the Few by James Arlington. So yeah, 3 of my most anticipated books are all being released in the month of November this year. And speaking of most anticipated books, but this one I have the pleasure of having read it already. This is for the Katabasis by R.F. Kuang. The UK cover art has been revealed. And yeah, let me know whether you like the US or the UK cover art more, because I do like the US cover art more than the UK cover art, but that's probably because of the edges. I think the edges in the US edition just looks absolutely beautiful paired with the cover art. But again, do let me know what you think about the cover reveals of the US and the UK edition. I had the pleasure of reading this one. This is a story about a journey of Alice Law as she goes to hell, Alice Law and also Peter as they go to hell to save their mentor. I still haven't posted my full review of Katabasis yet, and I really need to get around to that, but I have talked about this briefly in my wrap-up video. I believe it was on January or February wrap-up video. But yeah, this is the cover reveal of Katabasis, the UK edition. But moving on to the next cover reveal, also the new book announcement. This is for the third and the final book in the Magic of the Lost trilogy by C.L. Clarke. And just like the previous two cover art, in the series. Once again, this cover art is done by the absolutely incredible Tommy Arnold. And yeah, I think all three cover art looks gorgeous. This one is probably my favorite of the entire trilogy. I still haven't read anything by C.L. Clarke though. I know that she also wrote Ambessa, the arcade book, but yeah, I still haven't read anything by her yet. If you have read anything from her, whether it's the Unbroken, which is her debut novel, or maybe Ambessa, do let me know what you think about her books, because her cover art, definitely all of them looks amazing. And speaking of amazing cover art, I've talked about this briefly in my previous video about noteworthy release. This is for the Sanguine Sands by Alec Hutson, the second book in the I actually forgot the name right now. Oh, the Sharded Few series. And yeah, this is the sequel to the Umbral Storm. I have read only the Raveling trilogy by Alec Hutson, and I love that trilogy. I think it is a criminally underrated series. And yeah, I look forward to reading the Sharded Few as well. But the cover art, once again, it is done by Munsik Young, and it is designed by Sean Ticking. It is available now. The book is available now. So if you have read the first book, The Umbral Storm, you can read the sequel. And yes, based on my experience with reading the Raveling trilogy, I know that when I get around to this one, I know that I'll be enjoying this progression epic fantasy series. And for the next one, just like the Sharded Few, this is also a self-published fantasy series. And this is for the sequel to the Sistah Samurai by Tatiana Obe. And this is for the return of the Sistah Samurai. Again, the cover art is illustrated by Felix Ortiz. I think Sistah Samurai was a great surprise for me last year. I read that and I really enjoyed Sistah Samurai, and I expect Return of the Sistah Samurai will be as good, just as good, or maybe, fingers crossed, even better. But the cover art, I do like this one even more compared to the cover art of the first book. And for the next cover reveal, I want to spotlight. This is for The Broken Sword by L.L. Macrae. This is the final book in the Dragon Spirits trilogy. This series started with The Iron Crown, and I haven't read anything by L.L. Macrae yet. I really need to fix that as well, especially because this book is about to come out really soon, and it's about to conclude the Dragon Spirits trilogy. And Iron Crown, I believe it actually, I think, landed in the finalists on one of the SPFBO competition, Self-Published Fantasy Block Off. So yeah, that's really a praiseworthy feat. And yeah, I look forward to reading this book. But if you have read the Iron Crown, again, let me know what you think about it. And finally, the last self-published fantasy cover art and also new book announcement that I want to spotlight. This is for a new book by a fellow booktuber as well, Tori. Tecken. The book is titled Cold Silver for Souls, and this is an episodic fantasy western. The cover art is done by Helena Nicolina, and it is designed by Jack Shepard. And also, I look forward to reading this book. Not only this book, actually, I haven't read anything by Tori Tecken as well. As you can probably tell, I'm behind on so many books and review requests that I really need to get around to reading. So yeah, I just hope that I can get around to them as soon as possible. But yeah, before we start talking about new Kickstarter campaign and also new special edition, I want to spotlight two Star Wars books. The first one is about Master of Evil by Adam Christopher, with the cover art done by Simon Goinard. This book will be about Darth Vader's pursuits of power to conquer death. And honestly speaking, I haven't read anything Star Wars related. I have always been fascinated and interested in the Tron series, but I still haven't got around to those yet. But there is one book that I have been interested for quite a while now, and it is related to the movie. And it is the next news that I want to spotlight. This is about the 20th anniversary edition of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, and written by Matthew Stover. Now, I'm a big fan of Heroes Die by Matthew Stover, and yeah, many people have mentioned that the novelization of Revenge of the Sith is even better than the movie. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I actually really enjoyed watching Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, I will be reading Revenge of the Sith. I don't know when, but I will make sure to do that because I'm a fan of Matthew Stover, and also I'm a fan of, well, Revenge of the Sith. Plus, it is more reason why I want to get this 20th anniversary edition, because I think it looks beautiful. I'm not sure who did the cover art and also the end paper artwork here. It is not mentioned anywhere, but if you know, do let me know about it. And of course, do tell me what you think about the novelization of Revenge of the Sith if you have read the book, because I think it is a rare occurrence where the novelization of a movie is actually better than the movie itself. And now let's talk about Kickstarter campaign and then special edition. For Kickstarter campaign, I only have one Kickstarter campaign I want to spotlight, and this is the announcement from Wraithmarked regarding the Memoirs of Lady Trent by Mary Brennan, the Omnibus edition. So yeah, not too many details about this one yet because the Kickstarter campaign isn't live yet, but we have seen the cover art done by Sylvain, and also the end paper will be the original cover art by Todd Lockwood. So yeah, I have read 2 books in the Memoirs of Lady Trent series. I heard from many people that the 3rd book is when the series starts to hit its stride. So I hope I can get around to that one this year because I have read the first 2 books last year and I enjoyed them. I just haven't fell in love with the series yet. Hopefully the 3rd book will initiate that. And now, let's talk about special editions. The first special edition I want to spotlight, this is for the Broken Binding edition of The Ashes of Man by Christopher Ruocchio. So yeah, I work with Christopher Ruocchio on the art direction for this one, and of course the board art is once again illustrated by Peng Lu. Cannot talk too much about the detail here. There's a reason why we put Hadrian as the front of the board here. But yeah, and also the Celsin on the back of the board. There is a reason for that and all other details. If you have read The Ashes of Man, I think you will know why this is being put as the board art. And then we have also revealed the end papers. Again, cannot talk too much about them, but they are illustrated by Renee Eichner. So yeah, I think there will be more details about the sales of the second set of the Sun Eater Broken Binding edition coming this week or probably next week. So yeah, but as a reminder as well, this is not related to the Sun Eater, but the Devils and also the Inheritance Cycle, the Broken Binding edition, they are available to purchase now. Yeah, I think there's only a few stock left for both books. And now let's move on to the next special edition I want to spotlight. The next one is an announcement from Curious King that there is an update to the cover art of Legend, and this is the new cover art of Legend by Justin Sweet. And then there is also another update regarding the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So this one is being illustrated by Gary Gianni, a legendary artist as well. But I think Curious King has been asking whether this artwork, this new artwork, will be put as the dust jacket or maybe as the end paper. And I personally think it can work well as both, but I think I would have used this one as the dust jacket. I think it would have made this edition of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams such a unique dust jacket in my opinion. You just don't see a lot of dust jackets looking like this, and plus this is Curious King, so their dust jacket will always have this high quality material. And finally, the last special edition I want to spotlight, this is just an announcement from Conversation Tree Press. They're going to publish their own edition of Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. And yeah, I have read only Station 11, and I have also watched the TV show adaptation of Station 11. Really enjoyed both mediums, whether it's the book or the TV show adaptation, and I hope Sea of Tranquility is as good as Station 11. So that's it on the coverage of books. For the final 2 news that I want to spotlight today, the first one is about the Murderbot TV trailer, and yeah, it's really near. Apparently, Murderbot, the TV show adaptation being premiered on Apple TV, is going to start next month. And after watching the trailer, I am super happy and pumped about it. I think when I was reading Murderbot series, I have read how many books now? 4 books in the series now. And I keep on thinking, even though I moderately enjoyed it, I wouldn't say that I love it yet, but I enjoyed reading the books. I think they work really well as a palate cleanser, but I kept on thinking that this would work so much better as a movie or TV show adaptation, and I have high expectations about this TV show adaptation of Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells. If you have watched the trailer for this Murderbot, do let me know what you think about it. Do you think it looks promising, or maybe after the many recent TV show adaptation, maybe you are feeling lukewarm about the trailer? But yeah, finally, the last news of today's episode of SFF Spotlight. This is for an exciting anime adaptation. This is for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The teaser for the new season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it has been revealed, and this is for Steel Ball Run. I have watched, I think, 4 seasons of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I think I have managed to watch it until the Stardust Crusader. So I think that's the 3rd season, I think. So I haven't watched Diamond is Unbreakable and all the other JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime yet, but well, many people have said that Steel Ball Run is the best of the entire JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I look forward to either reading or maybe watching the anime adaptation. But I know that I have seen on Twitter people saying that can we skip the entire 6 seasons before diving into Steel Ball Run? Well, I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's something that you should do. I think it is very recommended, even though they're kind of like a standalone story, but I think it is very necessary to watch or read the previous stories first, the previous 6 seasons or the previous 6 parts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But if you do follow the stories of the entire series, do let me know which one is your favorite, the Stardust Crusader, the Diamond is Unbreakable, or the Golden Wind, or maybe Steel Ball Run. Which many people said is indeed the best of the series. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. That's about, I think, 20 topics. And again, I can only say thank you so much to all of you who keep on tuning in to SFF Spotlight. It still amazes me that SFF Spotlight keeps gaining a consistent and high views in my channel, and yeah, that means a lot to me. As I always say, this is not an easy series of videos to maintain because I'm the one who put all the news as best as I could and also edit everything myself. I don't have an editor to work for me. So yeah, anyway, as always, do let me know about everything that I spotlighted in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.